In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my loot route on reserve. I will show you a couple more rooms that I don't personally use in my loot route, but I'll add them anyways. It's all the marked rooms. As I show you them, I will post a picture of the key that you need to open the marked room. Without further ado, let's get started. So what you're going to want to do, the purpose of this video, we're going to be starting on the far west side of the map next to the train station. We're next to the barrack right here. What you do is you walk in, and then this is the first marked room. I believe this is RBVO. You can hit that if you have the key. I don't run marked rooms, but you get all sorts of rare loot out of there. Docs case, injector case, key tool, stuff like that. But next, what you want to do is you want to run down into the little bunker over here on this side of the map. So once you're down here, what you're going to want to loot is you're going to want to loot. There are 4 cages. There's one down there, one right here, one right there, and one over there. But some of the cages down here are tech loot, some of them are food loot, and some of them are med loot. So as you go in and loot, keep that in mind. So we're going into RBPSP1. I already unlocked the door on accident, so that's why I didn't have to unlock it. Usually you have to unlock that door. But you go in, search this crate, and as you see, ration supply. I know I just said med loot, but there's a ration supply. Right next to it right here is a med loot. So I guess it's just a combo of the both. And ration, another ration right there. Can't loot that one. That one always trips me out. We got a tech right here. So yeah, it's just kind of split between all the cages. As you see, we got a tank battery out of there. In all the cages, they're different kind of boxes. So as you go in, you can get all sorts of different things. So we're walking into this one. Show you what key this was. This was RBPSV2. So as you can see the split, it's not even which hangar you go down. It depends on which side you're facing, actually. So that's the way we came down right there. The right side over there is the RBPSP1 and 2 keys, and then the left side is the RBPSV1 and 2 keys. Now, I'm not going to show the rest of opening the cages just because, well, it'd be repetitive. But yeah, buy those keys, open the cages, loot the boxes, you get tech, ration, and med loot. So heading over to this building right here, we are at the White Knight building. Right across from it is the Black Knight building. Then just over there is the K buildings. And behind those are the hangars that we just came up from. So walking inside. Now we'll be checking the garage. There are the little toolbox spawns, sorry. On top of all these tables, you have weapon repair and armor repair kits. Armor repair kit on the ground. Armor repair kit here. Walk into this room, filing cabinets. Walk into here, you have jackets and then duffel bag. So going up to the 3rd floor, filing cabinets, computer. You have duffel bag spawn over there in the corner. Checking this room, you have a duffel bag spawn. I believe it's on this table, or not the table, sorry, the chair. And going into this last room, you have gun part spawns on that desk right there, on this table right here, on the desk over there, and then you have a weapon box right here that you can loot. Walking outside, you have weapon part spawns on the shelf right here, weapon part spawns over here on the ground, and then weapon part spawns over there on that table under the canopy. Going to the tippity top, you have more weapon part spawns on the table up here. Dropping down into here, go into here, you have filing cabinets you can loot, and then you have a table with more weapon attachments that can spawn right here. So that is everything for the White Knight building. Let's head over to RBST. So walking into this room, it is weird when you're opening it, but this is RBST. I've gotten a tank battery on top of here. And then I've also gotten a tank battery over on top of here. And then as well, you have grenade cases and weapon crates scattered around. Running over to this next building, you have ammo spawns on that table. Walk into here. You have jacket spawns on the wall, and then you have duffel bag spawns on the beds. Running out, you have more weapon, or not weapon, sorry, some, you have more bullet spawns on top of the crates. Walking into this building, this is the Black Knight building. You have tool set, or not tool set, toolbox that can spawn right there. Walking into here, you have a jacket on the wall. Walking over here to this room, jacket on the wall, and filing cabinets right there. Running up to the 3rd floor. Want to loot this room right here. You have jacket on the wall, and then a ton more filing cabinets. Then the next room over, underneath all of the desks, you have computers that can spawn. So, running into this next building, this is the King building. What you want to do is you want to take a left, you want to go upstairs. Loot this room right here. You have med loot on the shelves that can spawn, and then a med bag that can spawn on the chair right there, and then on this desk. In this room, you have duffel bags galore that can spawn. You get one there, one there, one there. I believe one there. You have 2 duffel bags that can spawn in this room right here. So you have one that can spawn there, and then I believe one that can spawn over there. Running downstairs, you want to go straight across through this little hole. You have tons of tech loot that can spawn on these racks. VPXs, vertexes, graphics cards, stuff like that. So if you're in need of any of those, come these. Just want to be checking all around. On the racks, on top of this thing. And then on all these racks, I'm not going to show the rest because I'd just be doing the same thing. And then on this shelf, I've also gotten tech loot. So running back out the way we came, you take a right, you go into this room. You have 3 duffel bags that can spawn. You get 1 there, and then 2 on the other sides. And then I believe it can also flip. You can get like 1 there, and then 1 on this side. The most I've ever seen in that room at one time is 3, though. So I feel like there's probably a cap on it. Duffel bag right there. And then you also have food loot that can spawn on the ground. I've seen like apple juice spawn right here. Running into this room, you have more of these racks that you can check for tech loot. So just check all these racks. Tech loot that can spawn on top of this. Stuff on the floor over here. And then make sure you're checking inside of this. You're just like mousing over and like wiggling around a little bit because loot likes to hide inside of this thing. But if you run over here and you just mouse over it, you might get that crosshair that indicates that there's an item in there, and you can check that. Running over to Black Bishop, what you want to do is you want to head to the 1st floor, of course. You go through the door right here. You want to loot this room on the left. Now, I find a lot of fire steals and a lot of fire cleans in here. But you can get a box right here. Get loot on the shelf. Toolboxes. Loot and possible toolboxes on the shelf right there. You also get a box there. And I believe 1 spawns on the ground, possibly. Check right there on your way out. Heading up to the 3rd floor. What I like to do is I like to loot all these other rooms first. So I like to go in here, check all these desks, because you can get tech loot on the desks and on the box right there. You know, vertexes, radios, you know, stuff like that. Run in here. Shelves. Run over this way. This room. Check these shelves here for tech loot. Then once I loot all that, I like to run back over this way. Run into this room. You get toolbox spawn there, toolbox spawn there, box spawn there. Jump out this window. And this is what we like to call drop down. You get tons of tech loot on these shelves, graphics cards, vertexes, stuff like that. Check these shelves over here and these shelves over here. You also have duffel bags and computers that spawn. Computers spawn here, duffel bags spawn along over here. Once you loot all that, what you want to do is you want to head out to the back of the building. Then you'll want to head down into this. You have a toolbox that can spawn there. Toolbox that can spawn here. Walking further down, you have a ration crate that can spawn there. 1 there. and then one that can spawn right here. Walking into this wooden room, you have gun parts that can spawn right here, and then over there on the desk over there. Checking this room, I sometimes check it. It's very hit or miss. You get duffel bag there, duffel bag there. I don't know. It depends on what my loot situation's like, if I check that room or not. But heading down into D2. Heading down into D2, there are a ton of boxes that can spawn down here. You can get one there. I believe one can spawn here. Box there. Box there. And a box there. Now, all these boxes are a mixture of medical, tech, and ration. So, it's just kind of random what they are. You have a toolbox that can spawn. It's right here. Running into here. You used to be able to get tech loot on these shelves. I feel like they nerfed it a long time ago. I still check it just in case. But I haven't gotten anything off these shelves in a long time. Going into here, this is another marked room, RB PKPM. Walking further, filing cabinets, gun crate, filing cabinets that I actually passed. Walking into this room, filing cabinets, weapon crate, and I believe a weapon crate can also spawn right there. Heading into this room on the right, you have filing cabinets on the wall right there. And then I have also gotten intel on this desk, and then in these little like blue things right here, whatever, like the paper holders or whatever. So make sure you're checking those for intel. Running up into White Pond. Once you get to this door, you want to take a right. And this is RBBK. This is the last and final marked room on the map. Again, just more marked room loot. Key tool, injector case, docs case, stuff like that. Could be pretty good. So once you're walking down into D2 here, beware of extract campers. A lot of people like to extract camp this area, so be careful as you're going through. If it's light, it always starts on, so if it's shot out, be careful. Even if it's not shot out, proceed with caution. But as you're walking here in the little hole in the ground, you can get motors, fuel, water filters, stuff like that. You can also get some on the ground right there. And again, as you're going through, just always watch for extract campers. But going into here, I'll walk down over here. You have intel spawn on top of here. Walking upstairs, you have more tech loot that can spawn on these little racks. AESAs, vertexes, stuff like that. So make sure you're checking those. You have toolboxes that can spawn around racks as well. Toolbox spawn over there. Toolbox spawn right there. Walking into here, you have filing cabinets, computer, and then a safe right there. Sorry, I couldn't find it for a second. So walking through, you have water filters and fuel that can spawn on the ground right here. E-fuel, normal fuel, stuff like that. Back behind this little pipe, you can get a duffel bag that spawns right there, but in order to get it, you have to lay down, and it's kind of weird. So if you get it, or if it's there, go for it. If you're not worried about it, you can skip it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You have valuable and tech loot that can spawn on the ground right here. Jackets right there. You also have a duffel bag spawn over here. And then finally, walking through this door, there's no more loot, but this is the end of the route. This is D2, this is your extract. But I really hope this guide helps you guys, maximize your time and money on the map. Because while yes, going and hitting everywhere is good for making money, you also want to get into new raids so you can loot as much as possible in as short amount of time. So I hope this helps you guys do that, and good luck in your reserve raids.